This is Canucks Amba Yasharala from the Lions in the Yasharala camp. First and foremost, I'd like to say Kal Halayim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakak Wadash by Ma. Double honors to the elder apostle of Great Millstone, and salutations to the Archon that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth, and peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, this topic is going to be on giving alms. Got into a conversation with one of the our newer brothers in the truth, and he's all excited about being in the truth, and he has the right spirit on him to where he wants to just try to save as much as he can. And the topic came up of giving alms, and he was asking, was it fair to give alms to all men? But I mean, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but what if you're giving good deeds to the wicked? And the scriptures tell you not to do that. So, I mean, the best thing to give an individual is his word. Give them the name. Let them know they could be an Israelite. Let them know that Father's name is Yahweh, and Son's name is Yahweh Shai. And that's the most important thing that's the most valuable things that you can give them. And whether if they can receive it, then you could, if you got it in your pockets, you could break them off a little something, help them get something to eat. But you don't want to be helping doing good deeds to the wicked, and you judge a tree by its fruit. All right, because I've had I'll give a quick testimony. I've had instances where I see somebody on the streets, and they'll ask for a couple dollars, and I'll give them more than what they asked for, and then I'll see them again while I'm teaching. I'm like, hey brother, you know what I'm saying? Remember me? Da 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 da. And I try to give them the word, and they cast the word aside and ask for some more money. So you got to be careful who you give alms to, man, because you might be giving alms unto the wicked. The best thing to give an individual, especially now in these times, is the word, the truth, man. Truth of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You got the dollar collapsing. So, like, this dollar is corrupted. So why would you give them a corrupted thing? Yeah, I mean, we all got it. It takes money to eat and survive in this system. Yeah, I get that. But it also takes faith to go through the furnace of affliction that comes upon you while you're in this system. So the best thing to do is be charitable. And how you be charitable? By edifying the body. All right, learn all you can learn. From that point, teach the milk, master the milk, and get weaned from the breast and go for the meat. And start teaching the meat, man. It is what it is, so we can hurry up and get up out of here. And then we won't have to worry about giving our brothers alms, because we'll all be in a righteous state and we'll all be rich. But we're rich now. All right, so I'm going to get a couple scriptures and going into it, man. And Lord willing, is edifying to serve this purpose. All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse. I'll start at verse 4. It says, save when shall be no more poor among you, the Lord shall greatly bless thee in the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it. So when we get in the kingdom, we're not going to have to worry about giving alms or anything, because there's not going to be a poor among the children of Israel. It says, only if thou carefully hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power to observe to do all things commanded, which I command thee this day. So if you obey the voice of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he's going to give you the things that you need, regardless. Okay? So that's the state of mind that we should be in. I need to let this brother know who Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is, so Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai could provide from him. Because if you get him $1 and walk off, that dollar is only going to stretch but so far. So he needs to build a relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, so Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai can provide him for all he needs. All right? It says, verse 6, it says, for the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, thy power bless thee as he promised thee, and thou shalt lend unto many nations. All right, and that's how it's going to be in the kingdom. All right, it says, but thou shalt not borrow. Thou shalt reign over many nations, but they shall not reign over thee. All right, so that's what's going to happen in the kingdom. Okay, it says, verse 7, it says, if there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren within thy gates, and when in thy land, which the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thy heart, nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother. All right. So, all right. But what does it say? They are not all Israel who are of Israel. So who is your brother? All right. All right. So you got to understand who your brethren is. That's in your gates. All right. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 47. It says, no, verse 46. It says, while he yet talked to the people, this is Yahushua, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said to him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto them that told him, who is my mother? Who is my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my mother, my brother and sister, sister and mother. So that's the point. So you got to understand who you're giving alms to. All right. Let me get it. Go back to Deuteronomy 15 and 8. It says, all right, verse 7. It says, Deuteronomy 15 and 7 says, if there be among you poor man of one of thy brethren within thy gates. Now you understand who your brother is, who is talking about in these times. It says, in thy land which thou, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai giveth thee, all right, thou shalt not harden thine heart, nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother, but thou shalt open the hand wide unto him, and shalt surely lend him sufficiently for his needs and that which he wanteth. Beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart, saying the seventh year, or all right, the point that was the point, opening up to your brother. But you got to understand who your mother and your brother is, all right? And I just explained that with Matthew chapter 12. All right. Let me get Job chapter 31 and 16. It says, all right, if I have withheld the poor from their desire, this is Job 31 and 16. It said, if I have withheld the poor from their desire, or have caused the eyes of the widow to fail, or have eaten my morsel myself alone, and the fatherless have not eaten thereof. All right, what is the morsel he's talking about? He's talking about the word, man, eating the whole, consuming the whole roll. If I consumed it myself and not giving unto my brother, meaning not going out there and teaching, not showing charity, building, helping the next younger brother build up as you're building up. You know, that's if you understand this truth and you keep it within yourself. That's eating the morsel yourself, man. All right. Verse 17, it says, or have eaten my morsel myself alone, and the fatherless have not eaten thereof. For from my youth he was brought up with me as with a father, and I have guided her from my mother's womb. If I had seen any perish for want of clothing, or any poor without covering, all right, what are we covered with? We're covered with the word, man. That's what covers us. All right. So we are supposed to feed the homeless, and you know, and comfort the widow, and be a father to the fatherless, or you know what I'm saying, all right, or comforting the fatherless. Um, but we do it according to the word. And if it and then like you know, if you do got a couple dollars and you got somebody that really believe, bro, yeah, give it to them, help them out, by all means. But you got to be careful who you give alms to, because what if you give alms to somebody that walk up to your street, hey man, can I get $1 or can I get $5? You give it to them, right? And then you like, yo, I'll give him my last. And you give him your last $5, and then your brother comes up to you, who's out there fighting on the highways and byways with you, and he needs $5, and you just gave it to some stranger. You don't know if he's for you, how about Shim Yahushai or not. So we got to be mindful for the people that we give alms to, and the people that we help, because it could be a waste of your time. Okay. But I'm going to get a couple more scriptures and close it out. Um, all right, this is Isaiah 26:10. It says, "Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai." And that goes for these other nations and 2/3 of our people that are wicked. All right, so we can't show favor unto them, man. Okay? All right, this is Proverbs 21:10. It says, "The soul of the wicked desireth evil; his neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes." So when the wicked looks at you, they'll find no favor towards you. Regardless, so you shouldn't find favor towards them, because the soul of the wicked desires evil. Look at Esau, and 2/3 of our people trying to emulate or be like Esau. When Paul was trying to provoke us to emulation through righteousness, Esau provokes 2/3 of our people to emulation for wickedness. As a matter of fact. All right, not to get off topic, but it's just Proverbs 21:12. It says, "The righteous is more wise. The righteous man." Oh, slack it. That's the wrong one. All right, it says, this is Proverbs 12:26. Shalakia. "The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces him." All right, so that's how Esau gets 2/3 of our people to be emulate. He provokes them to emulation for unrighteousness' sakes. All right, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai does it for righteousness. Yahweh Shai came down here to be the example of how we should be. All right. All right. I'm going to close it out with this. This is Sirach chapter 12, verse 1. It says, "When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it. So shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits." All right. So know who you're doing good for. Because you could be doing a righteous deed for the wicked, and he could go do, like, let's just say, any particular thing. You let somebody hold some money or something. They go buy a gun and go shoot somebody to do a deed for wickedness off the money that you let them hold. You never know. You gotta be kind of clear who you're doing good deeds for. It says, verse 2. It says, "Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. And if not from him, yet from the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai." All right, and that's it. Do good unto godly men. Us as brothers, if we really call each other brothers, we're supposed to be out here really, really having each other's back, spiritually, financially, emotionally. As the scriptures say, bear each other's bear each other's burden. So we're supposed to be out here be giving alms to each other, man. No questions asked, without even any recourse behind it. It shouldn't be thrown up in your face. Or, "Remember when I did this for you?" It shouldn't be nothing like that. That should be automatic. Helping your brother, your real brother that's out there in the trenches and with you, trying to usher in the kingdom. All right, verse 3. It says, "There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms." All right, so we do give alms. We give alms where alms is due. All right. It says, "Give to the godly man and help not a sinner." All right, and that's the point right there. All right, give to the godly man and help not a sinner. All right, and I hope, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and it served this purpose. And I would like to say, "Ka halayim la Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakakwadash Ma'amaf." Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akim that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth, and peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.